I think since Northwest, then you got Donington, then you got TT, so it was kind of a bit of a flat out for us, for the team. And then coming back from the TT with 2 weeks being there, practice and racing, coming back into Knock Hill, I knew the boys probably won't actually perform that well because, you know, everyone's exhausted and, you know, we haven't had the break. But I think now we had the 2 weeks break, coming back into Snetterton, everyone's refreshed. So, yeah, I think, you know, it's been going well.
We had some sensor issues or something like that, but anyway, the result was that when I closed the throttle wouldn't close at the speed I wanted it to feel, and it was the sensation like the throttle was staying open a little bit too long. So it really was discomforting to ride, and improved it, let's say, during the free practice 1, but, you know, still had problems. And then free practice 2 was really good. The initial way we had the bike set up for the start of free practice 2 was really strong. Even was fastest at the beginning of the session. But then as the session went on, we made a few changes trying to improve, and everything we did was sort of like the wrong direction. So we tried again in practice 3. The settings we tried just weren't really improving on what we already had. So we just kind of made let's say a fine-tuned alteration from what we had at the start of free practice 2 for qualifying. And that seemed really good.
You know, with Josh, I knew for a fact that even though coming back from the TT, his performance will actually stay strong still. So for this round, I had faith in him that he will be back on the podium at some point. And I mean, the race yesterday was actually incredible.
Brookes is the fastest man on the circuit by a good margin at the moment.
Yep, he is. That's another half-second quicker than most of all the riders in front.
That 9 of 12, and Josh Brookes is trying to shape up a move here. Can he get into the slipstream and make it happen at the end of this back straight? Here he comes now, Josh Brookes, number 25, and through. He's up into 3rd place. O'Halloran's off the podium.
During the race, I was comfortable. I was able to keep pushing on late in the race when the others looked like they were starting to slow up. I was able to, you know, confidently make an overtake on the last lap, on the last corner. So it showed, you know, good promise for today's races.
Watching him, obviously at the beginning he was waiting, but he rode really strong, and then towards the end, getting a second, that's just incredible. I mean, he rode so well.
Brookes has a look up the inside down into Murray's for second, and he makes it as well.
Fails, jump with that.
For Australia after Josh Brookes.
Yeah, of course it's important for everybody to keep getting podium positions for the championship. It's necessary, you know. I not only need to be on the podium, but I need to be winning. So, you know, we're close to where we need to be, or at least yesterday. The previous couple of rounds were sort of a little bit lower than our expectations. But I feel like we're still learning with the bike. You know, the opening round at Silverstone, I feel like maybe we didn't ride so amazing. It was that the others were sort of still coming up to their speed, and we kind of capitalised on people being sort of a little bit complacent. Whereas then everyone kind of like found their feet, let's say, and got up to speed a little bit more. And the next couple of rounds we found it more difficult. So, you know, but we're making changes and we're trying to alter the bike. And I feel like we're still learning stuff with this bike, particularly me, because I'm new to the BMW. So, yeah, I'm hoping this is us turning a corner now and we can be more competitive every weekend.
It's Brookes on the BMW that leads from Glenn Irwin and Tommy Bridewell. Josh Brookes still holding on to second with Haslam in 3rd. It's Brookes second, number 25, Haslam 3rd, O'Halloran 4th, Glenn Irwin in 5th. Leon Haslam is trying to find a way through as well. Jason O'Halloran is making that move. He's got the inside line.
Yeah, probably the worst weekend I've ever had in my career, I think. It's been one thing after another, from an electronic problem on Friday in the first session to crashing out of qualifying, even though I wasn't even that fast. For some reason, I had no speed this weekend at all. And I don't really know the answer why. That's probably the worst thing. If you're slow and you know why you're slow, then it's not so bad. You can try and fix it. It's been really, really hard. You know, I then crashed in race 1 or race 2, so race 1 on Sunday, and then unfortunately managed to crash at turn 5. Some damage to the bike, but it wasn't too bad. The team got it fixed, ready for the final race, and then unfortunately I got caught up in someone else's crash. Unfortunately I went down in that as well, so no one's fault from our own in the last race, but that's just the way it goes. Big positive to take away from the weekend is look how fast Josh has been on the podium twice, leading the last race when he had some sort of electric problem. So that just shows how good the bike is, how good the team is, and that this team is capable of being at the front. And yeah, I just need to go back to the drawing board and figure it out and come back to France.